BookTube, it's Louise, the big head bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're all well today. Today is Tuesday and it is the second day of Spookathon. And I can't think of any way of introducing it apart from with jazz hands. So it's kind of Spookathon. I've got to find some kind of spooky way of introducing it. But hopefully by the end of the week I would have found something. However, I have got my boo. And I've got another boo here. So I've got my two boos. Which you've got to be really careful how you say, but that's fine. So, day 2, here I am with my update. So these are the books that, one second, let me pick up the great big 6-4. So these are the books that I have picked out for Spookathon on my TBR. Haven't touched these, not even looked at them, let's be honest, as it's only day 2. I have been concentrating on my big chunker of a book by Hideo Yokiyama, 6-4. Here it is in all its glory. I have got to page 128. So my mum, who is out of hospital, thank you so much for everybody's lovely comments. She's out of hospital, but I had to take her back into hospital yesterday for tests. So I was the responsible adult because we couldn't get anybody else who was actually more responsible, so they picked me in the end. But I went along to be the responsible adult to take her and look after her and what have you. So I took along this big book so that I would read in the waiting room. Unfortunately, the waiting room chairs are not that comfortable. And also, you're in the act of waiting. So however much this book was interesting and I was enjoying it, I was also waiting. So I was constantly checking what the time was and thinking about what was happening to her and what was going on and thinking about what the rest of the day was going to hold and that kind of thing. So even though the book was absorbing, I still struggled a little bit because of that. So yes, I am enjoying it, my Japanese detective novel, but I didn't fully... I imagined after about 100 pages I would have been really engrossed, and I wasn't. The other thing is, it's written for a Japanese audience. I don't know whether it was written to be translated. I don't believe it was, because it came out in 2014, and it is Hideo Yokiyama's 6th novel, which I believe they're all crime novels, but it's his 6th novel, and I believe this is the first one to be translated. So he's writing it for a Japanese market. He's writing it for an audience that understands the Japanese culture, which is very different than the culture that I live in Cambridge, which is wonderful because it's true exposure to a different culture. However, there is such a gulf, and it's not written in a way that is to make it explanatory, if you know what I mean. So it takes more concentration. And I'm finding it quite masculine. I'm finding it quite disciplined and focused. And it's hard to explain the difference. I'm loving all the details, but at the same time, the culture aspect of it isn't being explained because, of course, everybody within that culture would know what they're talking about. So that I'm finding a slight distance to it. I think that's what it is. And normally with detective novels, I'm absorbed into it and I can sink into the mystery. But I feel a kind of distance at the moment because of that, because of the cultural aspects to it. So it's fascinating, but it's not grabbing me yet. But it's still got a lot of it to grab me. So there's still quite a lot that could grab me yet. So we'll carry on with this. So I shall carry on reading that today. However, I picked up an audiobook. Well, didn't pick it up. I downloaded an audiobook because I needed something else to listen to. And because I listen to the audiobook in the house and when I'm cooking or when I'm cleaning or when I'm bumbling around or if I'm knitting or crocheting or crocheting another boo or doing that kind of thing, it has to be, my audiobooks have to be suitable for all ear rolls. So every ear roll age has to be covered. So it can't have rudeness of any kind and it can't have swear words because any ear hole, like 8-year-old, ears might hear it, and there's nothing worse than you're doing something mid-iron and you hear the and you're leaping across the kitchen to switch it off because of sweary language. So I tend to be really quite careful about the audiobooks that I listen to, and I downloaded this Robert Harris Conclave, which is a thriller and is a 2016 release and has got a lot of red on the cover. See what I did there? So, and it is absolutely phenomenal. It's suitable for all ages in the fact that it is not got any rudeness, conclave. It's about the choosing of a new pope. No sexual activity and no swear words. So I chose this. I do like Robert Harris. I can't remember which ones have I read. I read Enigma. I've read ones ages ago. I read Enigma, and was it The Ghost? Have I got it behind me? Excuse me. I'm just going to turn my. Well, I can't see it there. But I think it's called The Ghost. It's the one about the ghostwriter. I really enjoyed that. I've read quite a few of them, and in fact, I've got quite a few proofs of his. But I haven't read one for ages, and I, you know, I love a Vatican book. Oh, I love me a Vatican book, and I didn't realise that this was coming out, and then I saw it on Audible, and I thought, well, I'll give that a go, because I'm pretty sure about the language, and I'm pretty sure that it'll be suitable, and it's just gripped me. So I downloaded this on Sunday, so that was 2 days ago, and I've already listened to 8 hours. I know, I just can't get over it. I've been listening to it. I was cooking, and I've been cleaning and ironing and driving and everything. I have been gripped by this. So this actually meets 3 of the challenges. The same 3 challenges that 6-4 meets. So there is a possibility that this is going to get put down and put to one side, and I'm going to move on to my smaller books. So I might finish this, tick for 3 challenges, 1 book. Oh, the sunlight. And I might pick up some of these if that one doesn't start gripping me soon. I don't know. Just telling you. What do you think? I do really enjoy it, but I kind of think it might be not the best book for a readathon. However, if I stop reading it now, will I pick it up again? And I do really want to read it. So I'm in a bit of a quandary at the moment, but I'm happy to I've got as far as I have with that. So I'm doing really well. Oh, sunlight. Sorry, I've got the sunlight right in my eyes. So I'm doing really well. Yeah, it's been a bit tricky. Anyway, there we go. It's been lovely to see everybody else's videos. I've been watching all the Spookathon TBRs, and I'm looking forward to watching the updates. And it's been cracking, and I've been following some stuff on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I've been following that kind of stuff, and it's been really fun. I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope you don't mind this slightly messy update with the sun in my eyes. It's been lovely to see you, BookTube. Hope you're well. Let's do this again. Bye!